What's up today, my fellow man soldiers? So what I'm going to be getting into right now is showing you guys what you guys need to do to prepare for roster revolution. At this moment, I don't know exactly what it is, but apparently it's another program. However, I don't know how are they going to go about releasing the program, what it's going to be, and so forth. But we want to make sure that we all participate, because most likely a lot of people have been talking about it, and it might be something pretty decent. So might as well just be prepared for it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Please drop a like on the video. All right, so the first thing you guys are gonna want to come and do, or I'm gonna come over here and do to show you guys as an example, is always come over here to your team, right, and look for certain players that you could possibly get rid of. I always tell you guys to get rid of your top 1 to 3 players, but a while back I also thought of, like, you know what, even if you guys don't want to get rid of your top 1 to 3 players, I know some of you guys got some backups, or maybe even some in your item binder where you guys could go ahead and get rid of lower overall cards, whatever it is, just to make some coins, because maybe you need your top 2 to 3 cards in order for you guys to continue to win games. Like you said, everyone, like everyone has their team set up different. Everyone has certain players on their team. Some people may not have a full decent roster or so forth, right? But if you can get away with getting rid of your top 2 to 3 players, I always encourage it. And real quick before I get into it more, because I know people keep on asking me this question no matter what video I do, especially when I talk about your players, and especially when I talk about this topic, right? People are saying that, hey man, I got Baker Mayfield and he's not auctionable, right? You see what, you look at his card, look at the right hand corner. I'm not right hand corner, bottom right hand corner, if that's how you say it. Bottom corner, right hand, whatever. It says B and D, right? So there's 2 different types of B&D. There's B&Ds that if you play the game, EA will reward you a B&D card. Those cards can never be auctionable. You could most likely, majority of them, you're going to be able to quick sell for training or whatever the quick sell value is of that card. However, if it is an auctionable card, you bought it from the auction house or you opened it in the pack and it was auctionable, what you want to do is come over here you see where it says upgrades. You see I have abilities on my player. What you're going to want to come to do way at the top is come over here, and it says, you see how it says it'll refund you training or whatever, depending on what you have. You want to make sure you downgrade it, and then once you downgrade it, it should be auctionable if it's an auctionable player that you upgrade it. Just keep in mind, if you have an auctionable card and you upgraded the card, it won't be auctionable until you take out the training from it, and then it'll go back to being auctionable, right? If after you do that it's still not auctionable, just know that you got a B&D card, and it's always been B&D from the start. A card would never go B&D by itself if it was auctionable. That means that it came that way. So that's one thing I do want to put out there before I continue on, because every time I make a video about this, about players you should get rid of, people are always telling me, how come I can't get rid of my player, and so forth. So I want to make sure I reiterate that real quick so you guys understand that. All right. So my Calvin Johnson, my Julio Jones, Tavon Austin, Baker, a lot of these cards, even CeeDee Lamb, they're all B&D. But let me say, hypothetically speaking, my Baker Mayfield, CeeDee Lamb, and Calvin Johnson were all auctionable, right? I don't think are they my top 3 cards? I don't see. Yeah, they are my top 3 cards. All right. Me personally, I don't have to get rid of them. However, let's just say, for instance, I only had 100,000 coins right now. What I would do is I will get rid of those cards, because I know they're probably going to be going down in value anyway. And even if they don't go too much down in value, I will get rid of those cards to make sure I have a good coin stack to participate in these upcoming programs or promos or whatever it may be that are coming up, because you just never know what's going to come about. You want to make sure you have coins in order to participate in them. And not just that, the cards are going up to 94. So the CeeDee Lamb and Julio Jones, and they're all 93 overalls, and they continually, steadily going down every day when it comes to the coin value, right? So I don't mind getting rid of them, because keep in mind, let's say, for instance, the roster revolution drops, and then EA offers you a receiver, a wide receiver, and you're like, you know what, I don't even need, like, because the coins that you, like, if you get rid of these cards, you can always go back and buy them, right? Either you might take a small loss or it might even take a gain depending on if they go down a lot, right? However, if EA offers you these other free receivers that are better, you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm glad I got rid of them because now they're down more in value and I got a free wide receiver. So that's why I always tell you guys, never get rid of your whole team unless it was like something similar to the Zero Chill, where people literally just bought a whole team of Zero Chill because of the chemistries and the abilities and stuff like that. Then yeah, I would encourage you guys to get rid of, if not all your team, most of your team, because you only bought it for that. So therefore it's not going to be boosted as you thought it would be. So therefore that's the only time that I encourage that. But besides that though, I always tell you guys, get rid of your top 2 or 3 players. And that's the reason why, because you never know what's going to come up when it comes to these programs. So therefore, if you end up with another receiver, at least you got rid of one and you may not even need it back, right? So them are things that you want to make sure that you guys go ahead and do. Now let me go ahead and back out. I want to check out the auction house and see how some of these cards are looking, if they went up in value. One of them I actually been looking for, right? But not looking for, I mean waiting for to go down. He went down quite a bit, right? 419K for a limited edition 94. But the thing is that I want him to go down at least to a 400K or less. And he still has it. As a matter of fact, Ezekiel Elliott went back up, which is crazy. And not just that, Mal Renfro went back up to 593. He literally was down to 419K. If I would have bought him, it would have been a profit right here. This is what I tell you guys before when it comes to, I know this ain't a coin making video, but this is an example of when I do make the coin making videos and telling you guys that always invest in the 94 overall limited edition card, or not even the 94, but whatever the champion version of that card is, because a lot of people still want to buy them. And if you could get them for 400K, 420 was not bad, but 400K was good. If I would have picked that one up for 419K, I would have made a profit right now. But once again, I'm picking them up because I want the card. But as you guys can see, they went up. All right, they went up in value. Don't mean that they're going to continue to sell, because you just never know. But some of these cards are going up. These 94s though are pretty decent deal. These are actually not bad. So I will say that. Let's go to the 92s real quick. I just want to see how much these cards drop, so when you guys sell them. So basically, when I'm telling you guys right now to sell your cards, it's actually a good time to sell them. That's the honest truth, because these cards actually went up a little bit more in value. So I mean, these are still value to pick up some cards, but honestly though, they're not. They went up just a little bit. So this is a good time to sell, because they will continue to go down. So I will say that. So I just wanted to make sure that yeah, that I went over there and checked that out, because if they were ridiculously down, then I just be like, hey, you just never know. All right. So yeah, at this point in time, a lot of people don't know what the roster revolution is about. People are thinking it might be some type of theme team type program. We don't know, but whatever it is, it's a program, and hopefully EA offers us quite a bit, even stuff for free, so we can participate. But once again, it's always good to have coins, because sometimes you need coins in order to maximize maximize whatever you could get out of the program, even if you have to pay less, meaning that there may be some things that cost a lot, but if you have coins, you'll be able to maneuver around the program and use those coins to be able to build players up for a lot cheaper if you have the coins. So that's why I always tell you guys to do that. But anyways, there it is there. Please drop a like on the video. Until next time.